everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my October makeup basket. So every month I come on here and I talk about the things that are staying in my basket and things that are switching out. I have a pretty small makeup collection, usually have, like 3 highlighters or 3 blushes. I don't have like a huge collection, but doing these baskets has really helped me kind of rotate through my makeup. I'm able to like springtime makeup I can have in my spring baskets, and now that we're in fall I can have fall makeup, and it's really, really helpful for me. And I also just really love having a basket. I have a basket like that with the makeup in it, and it makes it so easy for me to get ready in the morning because I can see everything. It's not like in different drawers, and it's not in a bag that I have to dig through, so that's been really, really nice for me. So I am going to leave timestamps down below of the different chapters of this video. We're going to be first talking about face products, then eyes, then lips, and then perfumes, because I do like to rotate those out as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. All right, face products. So I don't wear like a full face of makeup every day, and a lot of times the step that I skip is like foundation, but I've been really enjoying like the concealer powder game. But anyway, I have 2 primers that I keep in my basket. These were the same from last month and they're staying in. So they're both peach themed, which is kind of fun. This is the I Heart Revolution Peach Delight. This is like a silicone primer that melts your pores and stuff like that. And then I have the Too Faced Peach and Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Primer. I have oily skin, so when I do want to wear like foundation or a BB cream, this helps my skin stay a little bit more matte and helps grip that product more. So these are both staying in, nothing to really change there. As far as foundation is concerned, last month I had in the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream and the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. I really like both of these products. However, I am going to roll the Custom Cover Drops out because I got a new product in September that I want to roll in for October. So the new product is another like tinted moisturizer type thing. It's the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. And I've been mixing these 2 together, which is really nice. This is the lightest shade in the CoverGirl one, and I love this formula. It really does work well for my oily skin, but this is too dark, and this is the lightest shade. So I did need something to mix it with, and I heard good things about the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, so I decided to pick it up, and mixing them makes a really great color match, and I still get the kind of benefit of a lighter weight tinted moisturizer, but a little bit more staying power with the oily skin formula. So yeah, really love this combo, and this has been working out well for me, so this is what I want to pull into October. For concealer, I have 2, and they're both going to be staying in as well. They're both the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the satin finish. So I have 2 different shades. I have the light peach, which is a little bit darker, and the Farrah beige. The light peach now I'm using kind of like as a face concealer for any like blemishes. I have a nice one over here lately, so I've been covering that up. And the lighter one I'm using just a little bit underneath my eyes to kind of brighten that area underneath my glasses. But I really like these, and I was previously kind of using this as a foundation type thing. I could like kind of smear it on my face and blend it in, and that was nice. So really a big fan of this formula. Powder is pretty much going to stay the same too. I have a loose powder and a pressed powder. The loose powder is the Too Faced Peach Perfect one. This is my favorite loose powder, and then the pressed powder is one that's in my project pan, so I'm trying to finish this up. The writing's pretty much rubbed away, but this is the Cover FX blotting powder. Moving into colored face or like cheek products, I have a Hourglass quad from last year's holiday season that I picked up and I'm really loving. So this is going to stay in. I'm currently using the bronzer in here as my everyday bronzer. I also really like this powder as an under eye setting powder. The blush is nice, though it's not like my focus. This was really nice in the summertime for me. And I also really like the highlight. So I'm going to be keeping this in. This should be no surprise. This has pretty much been in all year. But I really love the convenience of this little quad. It's easy to travel with, and just in the morning when I'm kind of like just trying to put a little bit of makeup on, it's nice to pull this out and everything's there, and I just switch out my brushes. Since like I said, I'm not super into this blush right now, it does pull a little bit more of like a sunburn tone. I have a different blush that I had in last month I'm going to keep in, which is my Milani Rose blush. This is the Romantic Rose, which I believe is the lightest shade. It's just a nice nude blush. This will be probably in my basket all throughout the winter. I really like this because I think blush does add a little bit of life to your face, but if I want to use like more of a bold lip like this or a bolder eye, this doesn't like compete at all. It's just kind of neutral in there, and it's not too much. So I really enjoy having this in for the fall and winter time, and this will, like I said, probably be in for the rest of the year. And then I am going to roll in another blush. This is the Physicians Formula Little Face Palette. This is a 3-pan palette. It had a highlighter, blush, and bronzer, but my highlighter broke out. So I am going to be working on this blush in my project pan, so I am obviously going to roll this entire unit into my basket so that I can keep working on it. So I've got a couple different blush options. As far as highlighter goes, I have the one in the Hourglass palette, and I also had this I Heart Revolution one in. This is a great golden highlight that I really enjoyed using as a body highlight in the summer, and I think it's finally time for me to put it away. It is a little bit too dark on my face for the winter time, so I'll probably pull this back out, spring and summer of next year, but I did get a lot of use out of this. This is a new product to me, and I can definitely see like part of the pan going down, which is awesome to see. So this is going to roll out, but I did want to roll in a standalone highlighter in its place to use. So I'm going to bring in my ColourPop Super Shock. This is the Lunch Money shade. I really, really like this. It's like a, cream to powder formula, and then it has the like golden champagne color. I just think it's really pretty. I really like how it wears on my cheeks. I like that you can build it up or share it out. So I'm excited to get more use out of this. And because it is a cream product, I just want to make sure I'm using it pretty consistently and getting good use out of it before it were to like maybe dry out. So that's going to roll in place of the I Heart Revolution, which is rolling out. And I've got one more roll in. So I did buy a new setting spray. The last one I had, I finished up, which I should have grabbed it on my empties, but I didn't. It was the NYX Bear With Me setting spray, and I got the Milani Make It Last setting spray as a replacement. So this is coming in. It's the only setting spray I have, so that's kind of an easy choice, but didn't want to neglect mentioning that. So that's it for the face products. A couple of, swap outs, but nothing too crazy. All right, so next for the eyes, I have a few standard items that I'll go through quickly, and then we'll talk about the eyeshadows more because that's kind of the fun part. So I just have one eyeshadow primer. It's from Milani, so this will be staying in. And then for my eyebrows, I have a pomade from Milani, and I have the Essence Make Me Brow Tinted Brow Gel. That both of these will stay in as well. They're the only brow products I use. I did revive my brow pomade I think I revived it before last basket. If not, I revived it in between. But the revival has been going really well. I'm really happy with it, and it's been working out. I just put a couple drops of squalane oil from my skincare stash in, mixed it up, microwaved it so it got really melty, and then kind of pushed it all back down to the bottom of the product or the packaging, and that worked out really well. All right, so for eyeshadow, I do a series on my channel called Eyeshadow Roulette, which I will link you to my most recent one, which kind of dictates some of the eyeshadows and palettes that I will have in my basket for the month, because I have a goal to use each of the shades that I randomly select to roll in for the month at least 5 times. So 2 palettes that rolled in were both from ColourPop, and they're both larger palettes. So I have the Fade into Hue palette, which is a rainbow palette. I do have a couple of the shades popped out, which I'll show you those in a second. But this is kind of what it looks like. And then I have the Bare Necessities palette, which you're probably so sick of me talking about, but it's my favorite palette. So I did have a few shades roll in from here. But I will have both of these in my basket if I want to reach into them for other shades. But what I tried to do was kind of curate a little Z palette of shades. So some of these are ones that I'm working on, like I said, in that eyeshadow roulette. Some of them are from Project Pan, and some of them are just other shades that I felt inspired to pull out. So the square pans are from the Fade into Hue, and the circle pans are from the Bare Necessities palette. But I think I have a nice variety here. Another eyeshadow palette that I always have in my basket is the ABH Sultry palette. So between the Sultry palette and this little Z palette that I created, I feel like I have a good selection for the month of October. I've got some, kind of Halloween shades in there, which is fun, but also some different varieties of neutrals. So I'm looking forward to trying to kind of stay out of these for the most part, but I can always, go into the larger palettes, of course. It's not like that big of a deal. So that's going to be the plan for October. In September, I also had the ColourPop That's Taupe palette in, which looks like this. This is going to be rolling out, and I also had the e.l.f. Cream and Sugar Bite Size Quad in, and this is also going to be rolling out for the month. So pretty kind of straightforward with the eyeshadows, but I've really been enjoying popping shades out of the ColourPop ones to get new kind of palette creations. I was able to dupe pretty closely the new Hocus Pocus palette from ColourPop. So that was kind of fun for me to do. And yeah, I just have been enjoying playing with that. I also have a single eyeshadow I need to roll in. This is from my Project Pan. This is from Ulta Beauty. It's the shade Pure Snow. This is what I use to set my eyeshadow primer. It's like not that exciting of a shade, but a good utility shade for me. So this will be rolling in as well. Okay, and lastly for eyes, I have mascara. And I do switch out my mascaras once a quarter. So I have two to retire from the summertime. They are both the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. One is the regular and one is waterproof. And I did repurchase the regular CoverGirl Exhibitionist. I didn't repurchase the waterproof. I might. I did really enjoy having it, but for now I just have the regular one. So these two are going in my empties, and this one is rolling in fresh for the fourth quarter. All right, now we have the lip category, and my lip category stays pretty similar throughout the months. So right off the bat, I have a lip balm. This is the Sun Balm SPF 30 Banana Lip Balm. So I have this in and I put it on every morning as I'm getting my makeup started. So that's kind of an easy one. I also have a lip liner from NYX. It's a natural, like nude type shade in my Project Pan. So this has to stay in for me to be able to keep, using it. Speaking of Project Pan, I have this lipstick from Flower Beauty in my Project Pan. This is the shade Cinnamon Crush, so this will be staying in. As well as I have the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Trust Me, which is the red lipstick I'm wearing today. This is also my Project Pan. So pretty easy for me to kind of start with those. As far as the other shades that I want to select, I'm going to roll two from last month over. So this is the Makeup Revolution Velvet Kiss Lip Crayon in the shade Chauffeur, which it looks exactly like this. It's just like a nice medium pink. So I definitely want to keep this in because it's nice if I don't want to go. The Cinnamon Crush is a little bit deeper, darker, like fall shade, and then the red. So it's nice to have a nude. And then I also want to make sure I have a gloss in. So this is the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee that I really enjoy. So this will be staying in as well as a gloss option. This gloss from My Heart Revolution, in the shade Marie, I'm going to roll out. I'll probably bring this back in like December, January for like the Ice Queen frosted lips. I really enjoy this, but I'm kind of not into it for the makeup I'm, drawn to for the fall. So this is going to roll out for now. And then I have two more I want to roll in. I'm not really sure how much use I'm going to get out of them, but I thought I'd just give it a try. So the first one is another lip liner. This is from Ulta. It's the matte lip liner in Spicy. This was with the Melissa Michelle collection. And this is like a really pretty, like, berry shade, which is a little bit different for me. So I want to try to use that. I definitely need to sharpen it so it's a little bit creamier. But I wanted to try to use that. And then I thought something that would pair well with it is the e.l.f. Sheer Slick lipstick in the shade Black Cherry or Blackberry. I don't know. My sticker says Black Cherry, but online it says Blackberry. So it's pretty nude there, but you can build it up, and it definitely does have a berry vibe. So I thought maybe if I lined and filled my lips with the Ulta lip liner and then put this on top for a sheerness and a little bit more slip on my lips, that would be kind of fun and pretty. So that's going to be the lip concoctions for October, and I'll probably roll most of these into November as well. We're just kind of in that season, and these are the lip colors that are screaming to me. And yeah, this is like a little candle holder. We have so many of these in our house, but I figured I would just grab one to keep all my little lip products in my basket because otherwise they totally get lost. So that's kind of fun. All right, last category is perfume, and I like to have kind of like two different perfumes in for the month. I kind of do reach for other ones, but it's nice to have like focused ones. So in September, I had this one that was left over from the summer. This is the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Italian Zest. I really wanted to finish this up, and I didn't quite finish it, so I have a little bit left, which is okay. I'm going to put this away, and then, if we go on a trip or I just need like a little burst of sunshine in the wintertime, I can spray this on because it screams summer to me. And then I also have the Tom Ford Cafe Rose, which, you know, is okay. I do like it, but I don't know. I kind of got sick of it a little bit this month, so I'm ready to have a few different scents in my basket. So the 2 scents I'm going to bring in, the first one is the Yves Saint Laurent Black Opium. I freaking love this. It is so like classy and warm and sophisticated, and I've already gone through, this is my second bottle. I really, really love it. So I'm going to bring this in. And then I also placed an order with Dossier, which I know they're like advertising all over the place. Mine is not sponsored or like advertised, but I picked up 3 different scents from them. So this one is the Floriental Brown Sugar, and it's supposed to be a dupe for the YSL Mon Prix, which I have smelled a number of times, and this scent really smells identical to me anyway. So I'm gonna bring this in. It's a little bit brighter of a floral and warmth, but I don't know, it's just screaming to me right now, and it's new, so I'm excited about it. So I'm going to bring this in as well as the Black Opium. I also got the Dossier version of Black Opium and smelled them side by side, and they're spot on. I do think that this one lasts a little bit longer, but wow. So that's how I knew, like, okay, they've got this. So yeah, that is going to be it for my October basket. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you're switching in and out for the October month or just like the fall season. I'm really trying to experiment with my eye makeup a little bit more. I'm hoping that I can pull into these greens and blues and oranges because that's something that I normally don't do, but I kind of want to do. So that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everything was going to be linked and listed down below. If you're interested in any of these products, but also for me to remember what I'm putting in here. And yeah, that's it. So I'll see you guys in my next one.